Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today's probably 12th or so, December, and I'm out feeding. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I waited a little bit. I had some other stuff to do, and I've just come out to feed my first group. And here I'm watching a hawk come in right now. Let's see if I can show him to you. Huh. He likes to be photographed, I guess. It could be a drone. It could be a DNR drone. I've heard they're getting pretty sophisticated. Yeah, he's going up to check out the buildings. Anyway, it's one of those days. Look at the sky. You know, it's snowing, it's 20, and it's blowing. Intermittent, it's not blowing all the time. Like right now, it's not too bad. But I was just thinking, at the time, we were going through that real rough time with the DNR. At one point, they were trying to say that I was radical. And they were trying to say like that's a bad thing. But I was just thinking about this morning as I'm coming down to feed. This is pretty radical. I mean, trying to stay sane in an environment like this. Ooh, here comes one of our ducks. This is cool too. Look at that. They're radical. See, there's a bunch of them there. These are ducks that just kind of stay here. They started out, we had 2 of them, and you know how that goes. And we went and harvested over half of them last Friday. So we got plenty of duck to eat. There was a good 10 of them that we harvested. And we don't feed those guys at all. They're just here. That's the irrigation pond. Those kind of ducks don't eat fish. Well, I don't really know what they eat, but they're good for us to eat. Okay, I got another group of pigs here. And then I got my little feeders here. I'll show you them. Sometimes it gets a little nerve-wracking this time of year because they're small and they get cold, but I fed them, and they all came out of their little shelter here. There's plenty of nice clean straw in there, so they're as good as they can be, and I don't see any shivering or anything like that. They're 40, 50, 60 pounds now, so they're moving right along. By spring there'll be some good sized animals, and then we have some really nice fields. Plenty of forage on them to put them on. They'll be just right. I've got some of my sows moved in because it did get cold, and I couldn't watch them real closely, so I just put them in. When you get really cold weather like this at the beginning of the season, it's actually tough on the animals because they're not used to it, just like us. Like a day that's 20 and it's snowing, you know, come February, it's par for the course. It doesn't bother me. And actually today is not really bothering me very much. Kind of nice, everything's changed. Got my truck back from getting a new exhaust on it. So today, if I have time, I'm going to put the plow on and just start plowing a little bit, get some snow moved around. I got to get some equipment moved around so I have someplace to put all of my snow. But everybody's doing okay. There's a group of sows right here that are probably the closest ones to going. They've got access to get in the barn now. And then my next group are the ones that I'm going to feed right now. And we'll see how they're doing. It's a good way to see who's doing what. When you come out with the feed, they all jump off their nests and come over to you. These are the ones, I made a video the other day where I put porta huts out for them. And then I have plenty of straw out for them too. They're fairly self-sufficient. If they have straw and a hut, they'll build their own nests and get in. And I see they're all coming down, so that means nobody has farrowed. At the risk of great criticism, I'm going to tell you that we have snow, and that is a good thing for people that raise Mangalitsa, especially in winter climates, because they no longer need to be watered. And I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism over that because there's a lot of keyboard ninjas out there that know everything there is to know about raising pigs. And if you read a lot of internet stuff, they'll tell you that you have to water them all the time. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. They prefer to eat snow than they do drink water. We've been doing this a long time, and if I put water out for them, they'll just play in it. Then their feet get cold. So we decided almost 10 years ago now, no more water in the wintertime for them because they just play in it. Yeah, the snow's up where we are here. The snow is dry for most of the winter season. So they get used to it, they can be in it, and they don't get wet. Okay, so I'm feeding my last group, and then I'm going to show you another project that we're working on. I'll show you just a snippet of it. I got Kyle and Derek are working on it. I'm not sure if I can see that. And it is kind of a morale project. You know, it's not like, you wouldn't think it's what we do here, building a greenhouse, but we don't have the liberty of leaving here and going anyplace else, like Florida or anything like that. We don't get to do that. I don't think I'd want to, but. And so, a greenhouse is a way to enhance the sun's light, what little we have of it in the wintertime. And, you know, we can grow some vegetables out there a little bit. I don't think this year we're going to be able to. But on a normal year, when the thing is already in place, we could have started, I don't know, broccoli and kale and the dark green vegetables, and they'd still be going now. They'd make it till spring, actually, and we can harvest off of those all winter long. So not only can you go out there and sit and read and, you know, contemplate life in the sunshine, in warmth, relative warmth, but you can grow some stuff in there, like the dark green vegetables. And they're actually light harvesters too. They're sun harvesters. And then you get to eat them. And for people who struggle in the wintertime, you know, with winter blues, winter depression, that's a way to combat it. So I'll take you over there and I'll show it to you a little bit closer, and we'll talk about greenhousing in northern Michigan. Put my tractor in. Tractor has to be put in when it's cold like this, or it doesn't like starting. And our rule here is if you can put stuff in, you do. Someday I'm going to have a bigger clear span. This one's 28 by 45, so it's not huge or anything. But, you know, it does keep the snow off, and it's not windy in here. So I haven't taken to plugging the tractor in yet. I will have to. It started fine this morning. If I don't have to plug it in, I don't. But as it gets colder, we get down around, 10 degrees and, 10 below at night. Then you have to plug in. The oil just gets so thick that the engine doesn't want to turn over very easily. And, with a diesel, you have to do that. So anyway, I'm going to close it off right here, and then we'll go over and we'll look at the greenhouse.